Mhm. Up to this stage, I think everyone followed. This is the proposed model. H1A, H1B, H1C are the influence from business intelligence. H2A, 2B, 2C are influence from integrated reporting. HR analytics to organizational agility and operational performance. H3A, 3B. H4 is organizational agility to operational performance. Here I am, you go to option connect. And that first relation H1A, H1B and H1C, H2A, H2B, H2C. This one H3A, 3B and hypothesis 4. Hmm? I think this model you have done. In case if anyone is having doubt, please ask me. Shall we go forward? Shall we go forward? Then click on calculate PLS SAM algorithm. Here we have to do two tests. One is measurement model, one is structural model. Measurement model you can get from PLS algorithm. That bootstrapping it is the structural model for testing the hypothesis development. मोहित वो शेयर कर दीजिए. Click on calculate and go to PLS algorithm. And here test the factor. Click on factor and start calculating that one. Here you need to save this document, that data, and import that to Excel one. You click all this one, excluding large matrix, render mean model image, render graphics, planes layout, expert, and make one measurement model. Okay, shall we go forward or shall I share this document to you? In case if anyone is having any doubt, then open this manuscript workshop Word file. Recently, Mohit has shared that one. From this report, we can draw the conclusions for internal consistency, convergent validity, discriminant validity, and common bias method. Then from this report, how we will draw the internal consistency, go to outer loadings, click on show button. Here you see the outer loadings of that particular item. For business intelligence 1, the factor loading is 0.755. For all, it is showing more than 0.75. Then copy this one and make one Excel sheet extra. Make one Excel sheet and do like this. I hope everyone is following me.
There's a question in chat.
Hmm?
There's a question in chat. Can you please repeat how to get Excel file from SmartPLS?
By clicking on this here Excel, first you need to save that one, then click on Excel. Then export. Hmm. Again, I am repeating from starting onwards. From navigation, you will find this report. In navigation, you click on this outer loading show option. Don't go to that matrix one. Scroll down, you will get list. Shall we go forward? In Excel, I have made like this. Here, I am typing construct. I have made separate Excel for this one. Table, one Excel sheet I have made for tables. Hmm? Then go to again report PLS, that model report one, navigation. Here click on construct reliability and validity show option. Here you can get the overview of construct reliability and validity. Here the values, Conback alpha, composite reliability, AVE. Then select that one. Here you can observe the for business intelligence, Conback alpha value is 0.83. Then You copy that one, that tables Excel sheet we have made, paste here. Shall we go forward? Hmm? Here in place of construct that merge that B1 to B4, make it as business intelligence. That HRA1 to HRA4, drag that one and merge it, make it as HR analytics. For remaining construct also, we have to do the same. I think up to this one, everyone done. Then come to that PLS report Excel one navigation here for business intelligence, Convac alpha, that four values you need to replace in front of that business intelligence. Up to this one, I think completed. I think so.
Taken outer
Hmm?
loadings. What have you taken? Outer loadings.
Outer loadings, these four are the construct validity and reliability. Here you make in navigation highlight of these outer loadings. In case anyone will find these outer loadings, you will get from here. Then next, these construct reliability and validity from here by clicking on show. Here you will get the overview of that construct reliability and validity. Then this table you need to copy and paste in that manuscript. Okay. That now we are writing the description for internal consistency. How we have to write that internal consistency? Impact of AI on pump performance. Here you see in we are doing the measurement model only. In measurement model, first item is that internal consistency. Convex alpha and composite reliability were used to evaluate the internal consistency. Both the values of alpha and CR. For this paper, here that values are between 0.825 and 0. These values are not required for our manuscript. These the greater the required threshold of 0.7 for all constructs. This is according to Hare et al. 2017. While go to our manuscript, you see our convex alpha values 0.835. No value is below 0.7. Then our model also fulfilling the internal consistency. Then next one, composite reliability also value should be greater than 0.7. Composite reliability we have to check these two. I think no value is below 0.7. Okay, from that manuscript we have to do paraphrasing this one. Here you see convex alpha and composite reliability were employed to assess the internal consistency reliability of the concept. The results indicates the both alpha value and
कितना और चाहिए? We need 35,000.
that alpha and CR value exceeds the
Sir, can you
recommended
please
threshold.
repeat this step?
गाड़ी नहीं है क्या?
है ना? Speak.
That threshold limit of 0.7 for all construct.
It's recording.
Hmm.
They want repetition of it.
Demonstrating the acceptance level of internal consistency. Then you just copy this one and paste in our manuscript. Then you need to download this Hare et al. 2017 article. We have to cite here. Okay, next one, convergent validity. In convergent validity, what we have to measure is the outer loadings and AVE are the used to assess the convergent validity according to Hare et al. All the outer loadings values are equal or higher than 0.7. while the AVE values were greater than 0.5. Here we have to remember the values for Conbac alpha is 0.07, 0.7, composite reliability 0.7, that outer loading is 0.7, AVE is 0.5. Then same thing I am copying and in measurement model, we have tested internal consistency, convergent validity. This table completed this part 1. Now, we have to test discriminant validity. Now go to that PLS model report. Here you can find the discriminant validity. Just below the construct reliability and validity, I am making red one and go to show option. Then scroll down. Here you will find discriminant validity HTMT matrix. In discriminant validity, we are having two steps. One is HTMT matrix, another one is Furner-Lucker criteria. I am copying this discriminant validity and making in table. You make another sheet of that table's Excel sheet. And as well as that Furner-Lucker criteria also. In discriminant validity, in case HTMT matrix is not fulfilling your model, you go to Furner-Lucker criteria. This same thing happened in our study. Here you can observe the integrated reporting is showing 0.885. It should be below 0.8. That's why we won't consider HTMT matrix for our study. That value, ma'am. In discriminant validity, use the study assessed the discriminant validity, Furner-Lucker criteria, and HTMT matrix. For Furner-Lucker criteria, the diagonal value should be square roots of AV of that particular construct. Here they have made highlight of this bold one is square root of this particular construct. Means we are also have to highlight that one. But in many cases, according to this data, that HTMT is going above 0.85. That's why I'm not considering that HTMT. In case if you collected any data, there it will show below 0.8 because some modification I have to do. I not done that one. That's why I am taking that Furner-Lucker criteria. In case if your study is fulfilling that HTMT also, here you see here in this study 0.85. In this study, it is mentioned 0.9 also considerable. That for HTMT value should be smaller than 0.90. For Furner-Lucker criteria, square roots of AVE. It should not go beyond square roots of AVE. Here you can observe no value gone above the square roots of AVE. That's why I am taking this one. Here I have pasted that discriminant validity. Here I have highlighted that diagonal bold values. It indicates the square roots of that particular construct. Here you can observe the discriminant validity was evaluated using the Furnal-Lucker criteria. The result shows that the square roots of AV values represent the bold values in the diagonal or the higher than the interconstruct correlation values, this meeting the Furnal-Lucker criteria. I think up to this one, I think you have followed. Now coming to common bias method and model fit. Because in early we have tested the goodness of fit, but in SmartPLS now it is having the option of model fit. Then go to that report. In navigation, below the discriminant validity, one collinearity statistics VIF. Here that VIF values are mentioned. For each item that VIF values are mentioned. Hmm. Wait, that article I can't able to see.
Which article you want?
Hmm.
This one.
In common bias method, you see this one. Common bias methods represent a important threat for the survey based studies, especially when using single format. Means I have collected data from 153 managers. That is single format one. Single format means in 3 months I have collected from some source. Then here you see VAF threshold value should be below 3.3 used to reduce the common bias method in our study. This one you make, and here you need to copy all these values that VIF. I think here you can observe no value above the 3.3. Then this data set is free from the common bias method.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Ji ma'am.
Sir, what if our VI values are higher than 3.3 but less than 5? Can we consider that?
Yes ma'am. Suppose
Okay.
suppose
Mhm.
your model is fulfilling the internal consistency and discriminant validity. Here it is clearly mentioned threshold limit of 5. But it is in this context, outer model list you can consider, but inner model you can't consider, ma'am. Because here that relation business intelligence to HR analytics, Here that should be below 3.3. In case it is going beyond this one, automatically smart PLS report will show the red color one. In this content, you don't need to mention that value. Don't talk about this common bias method.
Okay, sir.
Oh,
Thank you.
then I'm making another sheet of this one.
And sir, can we use that Herman single factor also analysis from SPSS?
But
Can we mention that?
that one you can mention, ma'am. But it should be something below 50%, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, sir. Okay.
That in case if you are feeling that 50% below that Harman factor, you may consider, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, will you share this paper to site for common method Mayas?
Common bias method. Okay.
Okay, please share, sir. So
I
we
will
can.
share to my junior. He will keep in that group.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Here VIF values. Here you can observe the each that items VIF value below 3.3, which is indicating the free from the common bias method. Shall we go to next process? Now, early we are having goodness of fit, means square root of GOF, some formula they have applied, and the average of that geometric test they are doing. That is indicating the goodness of it. But in smart PLS, we are getting the model fit, whether that model is fit or no. That model fit table also you need to summarize. I am copying that one. Here that model fit I think is visible. Regarding the model fit, here the information. The goodness of index was created according to the description of the Smart PLS website. The following restrictions or criteria model fit must be meet in the model to pass. For testing the model test, SRMR value 0.18. It should be below 0.08. Then it is indicating the our proposed model is fit for our study. In our study, we got 0.065, which is between 0.10 or below 0.08. In our study, it is 0.065. Our proposed model is fit for our study. No need to test the goodness of fit. Here the table for model SRMR value 0.065, which is below 0.08. Then we consider this our proposed model is fit for our study. This content you copy from this manuscript and you do paraphrasing and paste in that our manuscript. I think up to this, everyone will understood that measurement model, internal consistency, how to extract that information from SmartPLS report to this manuscript. Now we will go to PL, that SmartPLS. You please open the SmartPLS, this one. Then come back side, start calculating bootstrapping.
Sir, can I ask one question here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, like you have paraphrased through this chat GPT,
Oh,
so
yeah,
will
yeah.
it not be considered as flag?
Flag, it won't get flag, but AI content you have to detect that AI content. I mean, in this span of time, I can't able to type that content. That's why I am making copy paste. In
Okay,
case if
okay,
you type that manually, you won't
yeah,
get plagiarism
okay, sir, okay. Thank you,
because
sir.
we are having only limited time.
Correct,
That's
correct.
why I'm making copy paste.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
sir.
Up to this stage came that bootstrapping. Subsamples you keep 5,000. That significance level below 0.05. Start calculating that one. Here again save that report and extract to Excel. Save it as structural model. That Excel, you click on Excel, ma'am. Here that report will come. Now we have to make the table separate for this structural model. Click on this path coefficient, show option. Here you will get the that relationship. What are the proposed hypotheses we have done? According to this data, business intelligence to that HR analytics is having significance. That business intelligence to operational performance, it is not significance. It will show in red color. Now we have to take the decision here. Then copy the table and paste in the tables another sheet. That path coefficient one. Again, I am repeating. In structural model, here that navigation path coefficient. Show option. Here that path coefficient will get. Here that relation. What are the, we have proposed this model for that, what are the relations we have made. You will get that result in here. In structural model, what are the proposed hypotheses? Here make it as path relation. Here I am making hypothesis. Here decision. Copy the table from structural model data analysis one. And here You can observe this table. Here one thing we have to remember, T value is very important in this table. One value is below 1.96, that's why it got rejected. Then how we will get the T value is here clearly mentioned O by standard deviation, means here original sample divided by standard deviation indicates the T value. Here you can observe O by standard deviation indicates the T value. That path coefficient values divided by standard deviation is indicating the T value. Here P value should be below 0.05. Here you can observe this is going above the 0.05. That's why it got automatically rejected. Here I am making the decision accepted or supported. Here from manuscript, from this structural model, you can observe H1A relation is business intelligence to organizational agility. Business intelligence to organizational agility is H1A, what I have proposed. H1B is business intelligence to HR analytics. Business intelligence to H2A is integrated reporting to organizational agility. H3A, 3B, HR analytics to organizational agility and operational performance. Then finally H4. In place of original sample, we have to keep the path, that beta value. That here mean SD means standard deviation. T statistics, you have to mention T values. P values, the decision, same. Then I am copying this one and pasting below the structural model. I think this table completed. or shall I share this manuscript again? This is the structural that testing of hypothesis. At what basis you have tested means that beta values we will get from PLS report, that standard deviation. These two divided by you will get t value. T value should be more than 1.96, then it will automatically will get acceptance in SmartPLS. Suppose that t value is below 1.96, that's why it got rejected, not accepted. That significance level, here you can see the 0.001, 0.03501 means significance remain, except one remaining all are having significance, but t value more than 1.96. That here you will get beta value. Okay, that's standard deviation. Beta value divided by standard deviation. You do manually this one. Now only you do whether this value will get or no. That 0.345 divided by
T value.
that is 3.277. Really?
Okay.
That beta value divided by standard deviation.
3.28.
That approximately.
3.28. It's showing 3.27 there. It's 3.28. So that beta will have more decimal points, no?
Up to this structural model completed. Do you want that mediating analysis? How to interpret the table of mediating one?
Yes.
Then go to this report, that structural model report, that navigation. Here specific indirect effects. Suppose I am considering business intelligence, HR analytics mediator between business intelligence and organizational agility. By click on that specific indirect show option, you have to see that specific only. Specific means business intelligence to HR analytics to organizational agility. Business intelligence, HR analytics, organizational agility. It is getting a significance level means it is doing mediating role. Then next one, business intelligence, operational performance, HR analytics mediator. In that specific indirect, business intelligence, HR analytics, operational performance. It is also getting mediated. That same values, whatever we have mentioned in that structural direct effect, that same are there. Original sample, mean, standard deviation, t statistics, p values. Here you have to add the one column decision or result, make it as mediator or partial mediator. You have to type manually. Before that relation, you have to mention that hypothesis. Here I have mentioned that H5A, HR analytics act as mediator in the relation between business intelligence and organizational agility. H5B, HR analytics act as mediator in the relation between business intelligence and operational performance. Then H6A, HR analytics means here HR analytics mediator between business intelligence and organizational. H5A I have mentioned. Business intelligence to operational performance, HR analytics. H5B I have proposed this hypothesis. That result you can get from that specific indirect only you have to see. In navigation, you will get specific indirect. Okay, shall we go forward? That interpretation of table is same as it is like this one. That what are the values we have mentioned in this one. That mediating table also we have to mention like this. But in place of that decision, we have to make mediator. Here we have mentioned accepted. If that is mediating role means that in case it is having significance level below 0.05, we have to mention mediated. That we can get from specific indirect one. Here you can see specific indirect. In this study, that AI to organizational agility from performance, he have mentioned beta value and p value. In interpretation, like this content we have to write. In this study, direct effects means that early table we have mentioned that accepted rejected is direct effect. We have tested the table direct effect, that this table is indicating the indirect effect, that specific indirect effect. In this paper, we used the guidelines by the Geo et al., which is synchronized by the Hare et al. This study first looked at the significance of the indirect effects followed by the direct effects. The table shows the two specific. For our study, we are having four specific. In place of two, we have to mention four. These the hypothesis. In case that is getting accepted, we have to interpret. In case it is not getting mediated, we have to mention it is not having mediating role. That's why in this study it is indicated complementary partial mediation. The interpretation for this structural model, by reading this one you can understand. Then first see the firm performance, that AI to firm performance beta value. But in our study also, that beta values we have mentioned, we have to write the relation between business intelligence and HR analytics. In bracket, we have to make this beta value, that p value, that discussions we have to write that the result provide the strong support for hypothesis, proposed hypothesis, that H1, H2 and H4. In our study, we have to mention H1, H1C is not getting accepted. There we have to mention no significance is there. Now come to this proposed model. Here that H1A relation we have to mention beta value 0.347. That is having 2 star. Then how we have to make that stars I will explain. Suppose p value is less than 0.001, we have to mention triple star. P value less than 0.010 double star. P value less than 0.050 is single star. Hmm. Here H1B, sorry, H1A relation is 0.195. That here you observe p value, it is having significant, but low significant it is having. Then that's why we have to make single star. Then H1B 0.345. Then H1C 0.123. Here no significance. So shall we go forward? For make relation from this table, we have to include all these hypothesis values and that stars. That star indicates, suppose it is having full significance, means it should be below 0.001, means all zeros should be here. One relation is having all zeros, two relations are having all zeros, means it is having high level of significance. As compared to this significance, it is having high level. Then which is below 10 means this one and this one. As compared to remaining one, these two are having mediating significance, that moderate kind of. Then this is also having, but as compared to other relations, this is having less significance. We have to conclude like this. Here we have to mention like this. Now we have to go to measurement model, that R square value is there. The outcome of the model, means in our study outcomes are HR analytics, organizational agility, operational performance are the outcomes. For that three only we will get R square values. Here you see R square value for HR analytics is 0.335, operational performance 0.614, organizational agility 0.623. The R square values considered to be more than 0.75 is the large. Mediating means medium level of 0.05. 0.50 is medium. 0.25 is weak. In our study, that R square values, these two are having the medium level, and this is as compared to this one weak. Then come to this smart PLS, we have to text the predict, PLS predict.
कुछ भी नहीं तो हो गया रजिस्टर।
Here you can see the R square values, R adjusted values, and predictive values. Calculate option, PLS predict. Here by clicking PLS predict LV, here the Q square values will come. Here you can observe. Furthermore, it was evaluated the model's predictory relevance using the Stone-Keen's Q square value. The table shows the our table shows that 0.306, 0.451, 0. Which is above the 0 is considered as predictive values. They all are larger than the 0, therefore it is suggested that the exogenous construct have the acceptable predict relevance. For our study also, that Q square values are above 0, 0. Then final table we are having F square. Go to that measurement model. F square values are here. Here you can see effect size of the each predictory was assessed using the Cohen's F square value. That value below or small to 0.0 is 0.02 is considered small, 0.15 is medium, and above 0.35 is large. No. That measurement model. First one. Here navigation, that R square, F square values are here. In manuscript, it is clearly mentioned that R square values 0.75 is large one, medium means 0.50, 0.25 is weak. He mentioned outcome of his results. We also have to mention like this. For our study, HR analytics is having 0.335, operational performance 0.614, organizational agility 0.623. Then F square values 0.02. Completed. Completed. Hmm. 0.02. 0.02. Then it is considered as small. 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 Here after this diagram, you need to insert that F square values. Here R square and predictive. By taking the base article, we have to interpret the values. According to this study, he got like that. For our study, we have to mention our tables. Up to this analysis was completed. Anyone having any doubt, please let me ask. You may ask. I hope this concept was understood. That interpretation, because everyone will tell that how to run that model, but that values, which values, no one will explain. That you read and tell me.
How to do it in HOC, higher order construct.
Which one is asking? That one HOC. But here no HOC is there. High order construct. Here you can open the Science Direct. We will see up to this year how many smart PLS papers 2025 176 smart PLS papers were published within 10 days. That we are limiting to business studies. These are the journals publishing on smart PLS. Suppose if your manuscript is related to that smart PLS, try to submit in these journals only. That Journal of Retailing and Consumer Services, that International Journal of Hospitality Management, Technology Forecasting and Social Change,
Sir, where we have put that query?
Which query, sir?
Sir, that you are looking at, these are the paper related to Smart PLS.
Sir, that one I have searched from Science Direct.
Okay, sir. Which is Scopus database, right?
No, sir. Scopus, you just type Science Direct.
Okay.
Scopus database is separate. Science Directory is one publisher that you just click on Smart PLS.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Here we will see any other papers, what kind of smart that analysis they are doing. Journal of Business Research. You can see here it was conducted in digital health services transformation. We have proposed this model. Whatever the model is there, but analysis is same thing. Here you can observe he has collected three data sets. That same item code, average variance extracted, alpha values, CR values. I mean, he has conducted three different studies. That three different studies, these item codes he have mentioned, that outer loadings, that alpha AVE, alpha, CR values, that we have discussed that discriminant validity, that diagonal values are indicating Furnal-Lucker criteria. That three study means three discriminant validity he have mentioned. Here you can see whatever the our we have discussed that path relation, path coefficient he have mentioned, p values. For getting the free from plagiarism, he mentioned support yes or no. That three different studies he have conducted. Here the mediating roles, that path efficient means that path beta value, t value, p values he have mentioned. This one is another study. We not focused on this one. Let's see another article. This was knowledge management process. We will have look into his model. He have proposed this model. And number of items he have taken from that for knowledge creation he have taken 9 items. Same like our study, outer loadings he have mentioned each and every item, composite reliability, average variance extracted, that HTMT matrix he have mentioned. Here the total effects means direct effect, path coefficient, standard deviation, t value, p value. That indirect means that indirect effect. You have mentioned these are the direct effects. That same path coefficient, standard deviation, t values, and p values you have mentioned. This is the outcome that what we have discussed. We have typed manually. Here he have taken the image from SmartPLS. These are the R square values. That whatever the model is there, but analysis is same for all. That here in base paper also same. That he have proposed hypothesis. that items he have mentioned, that discriminant validity, that composite reliability and heavy values. This model he have proposed that R square, Q square and F square values he have mentioned. That now latest papers they are focusing on this model fit, SRMR values and NIF. Here direct effects, that original sample means beta value, standard mean, standard deviation, t statistics, p values, at what basis he have rejected or accepted. These are the mediating effects. Then here onwards, I am stopping this PPT and everything. I hope you have enjoyed this session and understood. Huh? My model, sir. Ma'am, completed, ma'am, that analysis. Acha, okay.
Sir, request you to please share this paper which you are guiding us.
Definitely.
Sir, please share Word file that you made at the same time, sir. The
Acha,
table.
okay, okay. Yeah, sure. Model I have worked, sir. That business intelligence model, sir. Till now, that smart PLS, how to operate that one. In case if you are having any problem, then again we will do for outline. Or shall we go for any call for papers? How to search papers? Click on Science Direct. Suppose do you want to publish your paper in good journal? Suppose if you are thinking in 2026-27 you are going to publish paper, then kindly go to this call for papers. Here you will find the latest trends in your area. This is the page Science Direct browse call for papers. Here you select your area. In social sciences, we are selecting business management because everyone will confuse about how to select topic, what is the latest trend in our research. They will confuse. Here you can see this one. This is having last submission last date 1st October 2025. Suppose if you are having plan to submit that able to write paper in 6 months, 7 months, you may focus on this journal. They are publishing in Journal of Hospitality and Tourism. What you have to do, you have to check whether it is indexed in which category. Suppose you have written one paper and submitted to this call for paper. They might reject. Then हर्षित ये और एक टैब नहीं ओपन that tab another tab I have to open.
It's control T. Control T.
Control. Here go to Scopus database. That
Press control tab.
control tab.
Control tab.
Here you see Journal of Hospitality. They are calling the paper. This. Then suppose if your paper got rejected in this special call for paper, then try to submit that paper in regular issue. Just changing title and abstract, and again send that paper to that hospitality and tourism management. In case they are rejecting your paper, Archit, ये और एक tab open.
Control T.
In Scopus database, you go to sources. Here type that journal. Here that journal will come. You see how many papers they are publishing in 1 year. Last year they have in 2023 they have published 177 articles. This year they have 24 147. Suppose they are getting less number means there is hope for it will go for under review. Suppose they are publishing only 10 papers, 20 papers. I will show. You can check this journal. This is having impact factor 20. I think in management 20 impact factor is a most valuable journal. That site score is 53. We will check this journal, how many papers they are publishing. Here sources. International Journal of Information. Here go to Scopus content list. You see 93 articles they have published, 85, 16. Most probably like these journals, they won't consider research scholars paper. They will see Scopus database of your publications. Suppose if you are having H index high in Scopus database, then they will consider for review. Otherwise, they will see if any foreign author is there in paper. That all Q1 journals, they will see any one foreign author is there in your manuscript or no. Because they feel that developing countries, they don't have that much English skills. By having collaborating with foreign authors, they might some good that development of paper. They feel like that. This journal they consider some associate editors of another journals. In case any associate editor is associated with this paper, they will consider. Suppose if you are submitting means they will reject in 7 or 8 days. They will tell that our journal publish only few. Means you see this journal they are publishing only limited papers but having highest impact factor. Then they will see some editors are there or no.
Sir, I have one question. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Sir, if I want to check the journal,
Hello.
like, hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me,
Hello.
ma'am. Yes, yes.
If I want to check any journal which is specifically related to my area, like ecotourism, then how can I
Acha.
check?
Then, for suppose this journal is a journal of hospitality. Suppose if you are thinking for this hospitality area, like you search your area, then you go to this one in Scopus database. Here, site score and rank and trend is there. By clicking this one, you will find the relevant journals from your area. Suppose in hospitality sector, total 146 journals are listed, out of which is above 75% considered as Q1. You have to check like this. Suppose how many papers this journal is publishing, 52, 53 like this.
Thank you, sir.
Like that in your area, you see journal ranking in SAI Mago. You tell me your area, ma'am.
The ecotourism.
Then most probably tourism, the tourism, leisure and hospitality sector. Here the journals which are focusing on tourism research. Here you see annuals of tourism, Journal of Travel Research, Tourism Management, Journal of Hospitality Marketing and Management. Here you need to check that base paper have you the one thing you have to write one paper from this journal only they will consider. Minimum 10% of the reference papers you need to cite. Suppose if you have cited something 60 articles, out of which suppose if you are targeting for this journal, the Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Management, you need to cite minimum 5 articles from that journal. Then they will consider this is the scope of our journal. Here in suppose if your paper got rejected here in this Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Management, you have to see like this, that in that domain how many journals are there, then you have to submit that paper to this relevant journals only. Then you will get the chances of getting the paper acceptance. Here you have to look into your area domain. Suppose mine is OB and HR. These are the latest trends in upcoming HR domain. Then by clicking on this one, here you will find some base articles. Here you can find the research problem of that particular issue. You have to select one issue and you have to focus on these research questions, then automatically your paper will get published in this journal.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Thank you.
those who want to publish paper, suppose if you are thinking today HR analytics is trend, after 5 years that HR analytics many papers will get published, then later you have to change your area. That's why you have to go to this call for papers. There you will find some scope, upcoming trends in your area. Now that last 5 years, that green HRM is trending topic. Now many papers got published in green HRM. Now some data driven AI in HR. That new topics are coming. In that content, we have to see these all call for paper. Suppose this call for paper, leadership quarterly. Here they will give some of the articles which they have focused that problem of statement you will get from these articles. Here they will give some of the limited time. In case if you are possible to write in that time, you may submit this journal. In case here it is not able to publish, then go to Scopus database. Here you search that article, that journal, the leadership portal. Harshit, again problem. Here we have to see that site score, rank and trend. It is having 9. In leadership quarterly, 1466 journals are there. Then you may submit that paper to this respected journals. Then it is chances having that paper acceptance. But my best suggestion is don't go above 90 percentile. You see articles that journals 50 to 75 you get a chances of getting acceptance, and that review process also will complete as soon as possible. Suppose this here quartile don't go above 90. 90 means Q1 H index above something 100. Suppose you need immediate publication, some low. Suppose if you feel that paper is not up to the mark, but that paper you need Scopus base, you may go to this below 10 percentile. That Scopus database means these journals also need some papers. They have to publish some papers. Then go on below 10th percentile. Then here you will get paper in 4 month, 5 month like that. Only one review they will give and they will get acceptance. But these below 10 may discontinue in upcoming 5 years. Suppose you need immediate paper for your PhD, for extension like that, you may focus. But for making career growth, it should be above 50. Here out of these journals, you will see ranking of each and every journal. We have to check how many papers they are publishing. You see, in these journals, it is not able to get paper. We'll check this one. Here it can possible because 9 to 189, 67 means they are not having any consistency in their journal. How many papers they will get, they will consider. We will see Q4 journals, how they are publishing papers. How many papers they are publishing. You see this 6 articles, 65, 36, 18.
Sir, related to this, can I ask one question?
Yeah, definitely.
Sir, how we can check that our paper is suitable for that journal to communicate the paper?
Here you go to general ranking. Here general ranking, you see your area of domain.
Yes, sir, it is HR.
Suppose if you HR journal you are focusing.
In
Suppose
this
go to
employee well-being is the theme.
employee well-being, then you see any that suppose you will write one article,
Okay,
then
sir.
you will cite some of the articles there. Suppose I have cited these number of articles for my study
Right.
because this study is relevant to my paper. That's why I have cited.
Correct.
Then you select this journal of retailing and consumer services. You focus on these journals. There might be a chances of getting paper acceptance.
Okay.
I mean, you are telling that scopus of the that part. Suppose you have downloaded one article from British Journal of Management. That article is relevant to your study. You have cited. Most probably, your study might be relevant to that study.
Yes.
Then, from your references only, we have to select your journals.
Okay.
Suppose this study I have conducted in retail sector. That Journal of Marketing is one journal. This Journal of Retailing and Consumer Services, British Journal. I may submit to these journals only. There the chances are high. Business and Management Studies and International Journal. This
Yes, sir.
business like that your cited articles only that few journals you will find. In case any possible, you try for call for paper. In call for
Okay.
paper might be that your scope is there. They will consider for review.
Sir, can you repeat one more time from where I can get the call for paper section?
That you type call for paper Science Direct.
Yes, sir.
Here you will see the official website of Science Direct.
Okay.
That browsing of 2745 call papers are there. Here you need to select your domain.
Okay.
Here
Yes,
business
sir.
and management.
Accounting, yeah.
And here suppose if your domain is there,
Organizational behavior and HR.
then you go to this one. The Journal of Strategic Information Systems is focusing on platform partnerships.
Partnership. Okay.
Then in their official website, you will find guest editors who are there. Then here some of the statement of problem they are telling in research, they will ask that statement of the problem like that. Here
Okay.
you can take these are the some of the statement of problem for your study. These they have cited some articles also. You go to that article
Hmm.
and look into that article
Yes,
and
sir. What
take
is the gap?
consider that is the base article for your research
Hmm.
because do you want to focus on this particular problem, then go to this article and from this article you download their references all
Yes.
what they have exactly mentioned. Then you consider their future direction research. Some variables they will mention. Then
Yes,
you
sir.
have to develop paper on that context.
Okay.
Then here
Got it,
it is
sir.
not able to publish. Then go to Scopus database. That relevant journals you will find there. Like this, we are discussing this one. This
Yes.
1460 1466 journals are there. You may select any journal and you randomly submit to these journals only. Here that chances of getting acceptance is high.
Hmm.
But
Okay,
my
sir.
best suggestion is you go with the middle 30,
Yes,
that 30
50,
percentile
30 to 50.
work, that 50, because whether it will go to down also, it won't go below Q4. That Q3 at
Hmm.
least it will stay. Suppose it is having in Q2, it will go to Q3. Suppose if you are
Yes, sir.
focusing on below articles, then it may be discontinued from Scopus database.
Yes, sir.
Here you see that call for paper and go to that issue and find the some that you see in December 2026 issue they have
Hmm.
calling. Suppose in future you felt this might be a some trending topic, you go with this one.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, welcome. Participants, how you felt regarding this overall workshop?
It was quite insightful, sir. And the way you have explained one by one, it was more connected. And I have noted also your suggestions.
Okay, okay.
Sir, it is a wonderful session, and thank you very much. Sir, once again, I remember you, please don't forget the paper you have used to refer for this workshop, especially including common method bias, sir. It could be benefit for our scores, I think, or paper, sir.
Acha, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Some message
I would like to express my sincere gratitude soon to be Dr. Rakesh Naik for generously sharing his extensive knowledge at the workshop. Thank you so much, sir.